again in the Atlanta area, out here on Interstate 20. Just GPS put me out over this way, and we'll do a little bit of speeding today. We go by run the speed limit 70. Let's get her up there to around 70. My Speedo has always been defective on this. I am just now, I'm still at 60, I'm now 70, it's reading about 78. So, you know, it's always kind of interesting. I don't know if you saw that other bike blow by me. In this area, 70 is the minimum. You will get run over if you don't at least go that fast. But it's all right, just filled up with some little bit of premium Go juice, and we are good to go. And I'm not going to be on here long, about 5 miles. I was just out riding around, not paying attention to where I was, and had no clue where I was, so popped out the old GPS and said, hey, which way is to home? And this is what it says. I could have worked my way back through the neighborhoods, and, you know, probably should have, but I can always pop off here and go a different way. See something I know that I'll, some way that I know. But I think we're going to go by, if I'm not mistaken, I think we go by Six Flags right here. Just a little bit. I don't know if you can see the city skyline right there. That's really something, all those buildings out there, isn't it? What do you think? That's Atlanta, I believe. Vinings is a little community, Atlanta. It's all kind of, you know, mixed together. And all those tall buildings out there, if you can see them in the camera. Really quite a spot here to get a look at it. But here's Six Flags. Six Flags over Georgia. And a big amusement park. I think I have been once. But not really much into amusement parks anymore. I do love to ride motorcycles. I loved it when I was flying my little plane that I had. But as the older I've gotten, the less able I am to tolerate G-forces. And that's all those rides are about, is nothing but G-forces. So I'll stay away from there. Anyway, thought you might like a glimpse of what it's like on I-20 here. It's actually, traffic is extremely light. It is about 9:30, a little after 9:30 in the morning on a Wednesday. But generally the traffic is a little heavier, and it will be as we get more in toward town. But I'm going to jump off of it pretty soon. Well, it looks like I'm going to get onto I-20. I'm on Thornton Avenue right now, one of the major thoroughfares. I believe that's right. Heck, I don't know. I'm a North Carolina boy riding around in Atlanta. I got no idea where I am. But it doesn't really matter. That's when you're retired. I'm just filling hours in the day doing something I love to do. It's just a shame that I don't have the same country roads close by that I do in North Carolina, or I just ride out in the country. But anyway, this is a little out of my comfort zone. I don't usually get out here and ride on the highway much. And here we are, everybody's slowing down a little bit. We're getting closer to this big intersection. So we'll see how she goes from here. Hopefully nobody will run up my tailpipe. Really got to watch your mirrors around in traffic like this. People aren't really terribly bad about changing lanes on you, but boy, they'll come up behind you fast. I just want to be sure they can stop. Alrighty, well, rather than keep you bored in traffic, I'll let you go. Everybody take care. Okay, this is a little more what it's like on 285, heading in toward town on the main loop, and they have electronic speed limit signs here, which makes it so they can change them with time of day and traffic load and things like that. Just went through a 55 section. I look down, I'm running 67. I just barely ease off the throttle, and the guy behind me is catching me so fast I thought he was going to hit me. And he managed to change lanes and miss me. I throttled back up, try to help him out, but There are people running 85, 90 miles an hour on this road all the time. And it just astounds me, because you wouldn't get away with this in Charlotte for a minute. You get on one of the major roads and you run that fast for more than an exit or two, there's going to be some cop will see you somewhere and chase you down. But here it doesn't seem to matter. I guess this many people in this small of an area, well, there's one of the signs doesn't even have the limit posted. Now, in my book, that means you can go as fast as you want, right? When I was a kid, my dad and I went to a football game in Raleigh, North Carolina. Went to see his alma mater, and then my soon-to-be alma mater went to a football game there. It's out near the old fairgrounds in Raleigh, the stadium is, and they had just built Interstate 40 that ran from Raleigh over to Greensboro. Well, when we left the stadium, we're literally right at the exit to get onto 40. And they were routing all the traffic that way rather than onto the smaller roads that took us into Raleigh. Well, we get out on 40 and they have covered the speed limit signs with black sacks for the first 3 or 4 miles, just because they wanted people to clear the area so it wouldn't back up all the way back up into the stadium for people to leave. I don't know how fast my dad ran, but he laughed and grinned at me and he said, "Let's open her up." And off we went. So every time I see one of those speed limit signs and nothing's on it, I think about my dad. And that day we hauled ass toward Greensboro on I-40. Yeah, it's funny, the little things, the older you get. There's a lot of my memory that's locked up that I don't consciously have access to until I see something that kind of keys a memory. And then that leads to something else and leads to something else. I don't really have my mind organized very well. It's sort of like, you know, go to your closet and look in there, and if you've got dirty clothes and shoes and crap all in the bottom of your closet, that's pretty much what my brain looks like right now. There he goes again. I passed him at the exit. I was in a faster line than he was, but he's caught me again. I'm only going to be on here another 1.5 miles. Go up here to a little thing called South Atlanta Road, and that'll get me off near the house. But anyway, traffic's slowing down again. You just never know. You'll be beside one of those 18-wheelers and all of a sudden he'll lock it up. He can see better than we can. He can see where the traffic is and where it isn't. And for some reason, just that middle lane there, they do have a lot of wrecks on this road, but this is probably just normal traffic. If you like trucks, this is the place to be. Yeah, we got something going on. They got the lights on. I don't know if you've ever seen those before. They have stoplights to stagger the people coming onto the highway so that they'll be able to fit in better. But no telling what's going on. There you go, big old tractor. I miss the tractor business. It was a good business to be in. I highly recommend it. You won't make any money at it. Even as a commission salesman, I never made a lot of money, but I made enough to keep my family, like old Jed, I made enough to keep my family fed. But provide a good living. It provided a good living for me and my family, and I was able to raise my kids and support my wife for a long time, and you know, and enjoyed my job. It wasn't physically difficult. It was mentally challenging at times to try to figure something out. I did pick up a lot of. You pick up a lot of things, you know, if you just listen, which I apparently did a lot. You find out a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff. I didn't know anything about tractors when I went to work there. And before long, I was giving people advice on how to fix things and helping troubleshoot what stuff was that was going wrong. And you know, became pretty much a quasi-expert on it. And trying to find parts for people, and sometimes you can't find something, and you got to really hunt around. A lot of aftermarket companies actually make better parts than the OEM, depending on what you want to do. And that was fun getting to learn where all those things were. But anyway, I'm just rambling now, so just killing the time in traffic here. I literally have 7/10 of a mile to go to get off, so I'll just pop off now, and hope everybody's having a great day, and just thought you might like to see what some of the normal traffic in Atlanta looks like. I can't normally give you. They're doing a lot of construction, building a new bridge here, overpass. Here's the stop traffic that I just got off of. Far as I can see, and it's just because of construction. That's Atlanta. Road construction capital of the world, I think. Take care.